So our final lever is strategy, the seventh of the Magnificent Seven. We talked particularly in lever number 6 around having lawyers who are fascinated by their clients. Sometimes you're lucky and that happens, but often it's to do with the strategic direction of the firm that helps them to be fascinated by their clients. So at its most basic level, if you're a partner who's really interested in automated vehicles, then you're fascinated by it. You talk to your clients in the automobile world who are building them, and you become an expert. You've got this extra knowledge. So the strategy of the firm is really important as far as that sustainable profitability piece from my point of view.
Again, a lot straight back into the profitability. If you understand what profitability you're making by client, by master type, by partner, by team, by office, you've got a full dashboard in front of you. As leaders in the business, you can decide what I want to do more of, what I want to do less of. Always importantly, by the way, to say, these are purely the financial numbers. Is there something in that unprofitable business that is absolutely necessary to support that most profitable business? So again, really important to really understand what the numbers mean, but what goes beyond that. But if you have a situation like that where you say, we don't want to do the unprofitable business, do more of the profitable business, the profit automatically goes out.
Yeah.
And you improve your profitability by making those decisions. Secondly, in terms of that fascination with your business, it means you can get ahead of the market. And if you can identify an area which is about to take off, you could position your firm to really be part of it. Often it comes from the client discussions. And it's a bit like sort of moving to a completely different pitch. Your competitors may be playing football, but you're playing hockey.
Yeah.
And because and you're ahead of the market, you charge those premium rates. And this is where top partner minds can really get interested because you're exploring an entirely new area. You can do that too. Keen edge addresses, chairing conferences, bringing people together. And it allows you as a law firm to be sustainable because you're always in the forefront where the biggest margins are and the best profitability is, and taking that forward.
Yeah. And I guess it's from strategy is very important as a long-term view, but it's, from my point of view, it's always important that law firms build in the ability to think quickly into that strategy. So there's there's 15% that goes this way or goes that way, depending on what the hot topics are. And they've got to have that forum to share ideas and not be stuck doing the work all the time. So there's got to be a bit of headroom to be creative. And it's about not being scared to be that as well, I think. And the strategy needs to build that in.
And a huge round of applause to all the law firms over COVID because they were
Yep.
massively flexible.
Yep.
They were changing their business model. And the law firms that did that did really well. Now, they all say some of the law firms who put in place the right technologies just before COVID hit. And it meant that they could move to remote working very quickly. They had that resilience. But I think law firms behaved brilliantly in that period. And they've reaped the benefits in terms of profitability.
So I guess the challenge for all firms is to take these 7 levers that we've discussed and think about them a bit more and start using them to implement change across their business. Now, some firms will look at hours first, other firms will look at clients first. I don't suppose there's any real strict order in which you have to do it, but it feels to me like this is a menu to help deliver more sustainable profitability.
Absolutely. And you using these levers, importantly, that they're rooted in the metrics because you don't want a part to be pulling a lever, marked hours, for example, and find out there's nothing underneath it. So they've got to have the metrics. They've got to have the financial items to do it. But as a law firm leader, if you're driving those magnificent 7 levers forward, you will make more money for your firm, making sustainable, taking more money home yourselves, and also giving your partners, associates, and all the people working in your firm a really bright future.
So thank you, Paul, for that conversation. That was really good fun. And it's always nice to talk about a pet subject like law firms. And I hope that we've shared some information with each other and with some of our clients that might be useful to them.